This is the story of Oliver and the Whispering Forest. Once upon a time, nestled beside a big, green park, a family was having a lovely picnic. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and there were sandwiches and yummy fruit everywhere. But a 7-year-old boy named Oliver was feeling a little bored. Oliver had soft brown hair and was wearing his favorite forest green hoodie, tan shorts, and his best hiking sneakers. He loved adventures, and sitting on a blanket just wasn't adventurous enough. "I'm just going to explore a little bit," he told his mom, who was busy unpacking a basket of delicious cookies. "Don't go too far," she called after him. Oliver wandered towards the edge of the woods. The trees stood tall and quiet, like gentle giants guarding a secret. He kicked a small stone along the path, wondering what was hidden inside. As he walked, something caught his eye. Just off the main path, a faint light shimmered on the ground. It wasn't sunlight. It was a soft, glowing trail of sparkling dust, leading deeper into the forest. Curiosity bubbled up inside him. Where did it lead? Forgetting all about being bored, Oliver stepped onto the glowing path. With each step, the sparkles danced around his sneakers, and the air grew warm and smelled of honey and pine needles. The world outside the path seemed to fade away, and soon he was surrounded by trees with leaves in colors he'd never seen before: bright pinks, sparkling blues, and sunny yellows. He had stepped into a magical forest. Suddenly, a tiny voice squeaked from a low branch. "Excuse me, little human? Could you possibly help me?" Oliver looked up and saw a tiny squirrel with big, curious eyes and a fluffy tail. The squirrel was pointing a little paw at a pile of acorns on the ground. "I'm trying to gather all my acorns before the sun sets, but my paws are just so small, and it's taking forever." Oliver looked back the way he came. He knew he should probably head home, but the squirrel looked so worried. "Okay," Oliver said, "I can help." He knelt and began to gather the big acorns, piling them neatly by the base of the tree. As he picked up the last one, something magical happened. A single leaf on the tree above him began to glow with a soft, warm light. Oliver smiled. It felt nice. "Oh, thank you, squeaked the squirrel, doing a happy little hop. Feeling a bit proud, Oliver continued along the glowing path. A moment later, he heard a sad little chirp. "Tweet, tweet! Oh dear, what a mess!" Perched on a branch was a beautiful bluebird, looking down at a jumble of twigs on the ground. "My nest," she chirped sadly. "The wind blew it right apart, and I don't know how to fix it all by myself." Oliver looked at the broken nest. He remembered helping his dad build a birdhouse once. He carefully picked up the twigs and, with the bluebird guiding him, started weaving them back together. It was tricky, but he patiently worked until the nest was whole again. He gently placed it back in the fork of the branch. Just then, another leaf on the tree started to glow, this one even brighter than the first. The whole forest seemed to get a little more colorful. "Oh, it's perfect," sang the bluebird. "You have a kind heart." "Thank you." Oliver waved goodbye and walked on, his own heart feeling a little lighter. He soon came to a gentle stream, babbling and sparkling in the magical light. On the bank sat a very old, very slow turtle with a wise face. The turtle was staring at the other side of the stream. "Hello there, The turtle said in a slow, deep voice. I need to get to the other side to find some tasty dandelions, but the stream is a bit too fast for my old legs today. Oliver wanted to keep exploring to see where the path ended, but looking at the turtle, he knew what he had to do. He looked around and saw a line of sturdy, mossy stones crossing the stream. I can help you cross, Oliver offered. You can ride on my back. The turtle smiled a slow, grateful smile. That is very kind of you, Oliver carefully knelt down, and the turtle slowly climbed onto his back. It was a little heavy, but Oliver walked steadily, stepping from one stone to the next until they reached the other side. As the turtle slid gently onto the grass, a whole cluster of leaves on a nearby bush began to glow, bathing the stream in the warm, golden light. With every act of kindness, the forest was becoming brighter and more beautiful. The flowers seemed to stand up taller, and the air buzzed with a happy energy. The turtle, the squirrel, and the bluebird all gathered around him. You have helped us all, the turtle said slowly. You have shown the forest your kindness. Now, let us show you its heart. The animals led him deeper into the woods, to a clearing where a giant, ancient tree stood. Its branches reached all the way to the sky, and its trunk was as wide as a house. As they approached, the tree began to glow from within. The glowing leaves from Oliver's good deeds floated off their branches and swirled through the air. They flew towards him, dancing and spinning until they formed a big, glowing heart right in front of him. A warm, gentle voice seemed to whisper on the wind, coming from the tree itself. Kindness is a magic that helps our forest grow. Each time you help another, you make the world a little brighter. The light from the heart-shaped leaves was warm and wonderful. Oliver felt it fill him up from his toes to the top of his head. It was the best feeling in the world. He knew it was time to go home now. He waved goodbye to his new friends and followed the path back out of the woods. When he stepped out of the trees, he was right back at the edge of the park. The glowing path was gone. The trees looked like normal trees again. His mom was packing up the picnic blanket. Oliver, there you are. Did you have a good explore? I did, he said. And even though everything looked the same, Oliver felt different. He felt happier, warmer, and bigger on the inside. From that day on, Oliver looked for ways to be kind. He helped his little sister tie her shoes. He shared his toys with his friends. He helped his dad wash the car without even being asked. He discovered that you don't need a magical forest to make the world brighter. Small acts of kindness could create big magic anywhere, anytime. Helping others makes my heart glow.